You're watching Capitol View, Sunday morning talk focused on the political scene in Arkansas.
Welcome back to the program, and thank you for joining us. I am joined now by Larry Walther. His new title, Treasurer of the State of Arkansas, but he is the former Department of Finance and Administration Secretary, and prior to that, in another Huckabee administration, you were the Arkansas Economic Development Commission Executive Director. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you. So glad that you invited me to come spend some time with you today.
Happy to have it. Let's talk about what went into your decision to accept this appointment to be Treasurer of State. I mean, you've been a DF&A director for a little over 8 years. You could have really stayed in a pretty cushy place if you wanted to.
It wasn't just one thing that made me make this change or led me to this change, I guess the best way to say it. When Sarah was putting her cabinet together, Governor Sanders was putting her cabinet together, when we were talking about that, I told her that I would love to stay with her, but I didn't think I had 4 years left. I really wanted, I've got some things I need to do in my life, and so that was sort of what we wanted to do, that I would get her through the first general session, and then we would see how it went. And we were rocking along, and then we had this very, very unfortunate situation with Treasurer Mark Lowry. And I'll tell you, like I told, I said this at the swearing in on Monday. I said, I wished I weren't here. I wish that I were in DFA, and I was having my third cup of coffee. It was at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that Mark Lowry was coming into this office with a big smile on his face, going to work. But that's not the case. Yep. And so when he passed, I sent word to the governor that I would be interested if she wanted me to take on that role as treasurer, that I would be interested in doing that. Also, there comes a time that it's good for leadership change. And I've been there 8.5 years, and I am excited about Jim Hudson being Secretary of the Department of Finance and Administration. He's going to bring in new ideas. We had a great run when I was there, but I think it's going to be even better with Jim Hudson and that team that's at DFA.
Well, he's a good guy, and you did leave him with a couple $1 billion in surplus in reserves and stuff like that. So all he can do is mess it up, but you won't let him do that.
No,
I'm sure.
I won't.
You've been on the job as state treasurer for a whole week now. Mm-hmm. So what's it been like into the office?
Well, I'm thinking about how I can improve the Treasury. It's a well-run machine right now. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, and so you don't want to tweak things that are too much that are already going well. But my history, I had a career with AT&T, retiring as a senior manager in San Antonio, the headquarters. I'm familiar with management of large organizations, and so what I'd like to do is come in and just observe, learn about the Treasury, and then see where I can make some improvements. There's obviously, I want to see who are our customers, who are the people that really benefit from the day-to-day work at the Treasury, so I can help maybe promote that. Cities and counties, we work with cities and counties all the time.
Have you stepped into the vault yet and held the $500,000 in your hands? Have you
No.
I want to get a picture of you doing that. Will you do that for me?
I would do it for you, Roby. I have not done that, but I've seen a lot of people come through there and do it.
Yeah. All right. So you mentioned that you're just kind of observing right now. What are your goals for the office, though? You're just there for a little more than a year and a half, or close to a year and a half. But I mean, what do you kind of want to accomplish before you leave?
Like I said, I want to know who our customers are, but I have a passion for education, and that's something that is important to me. I'm on the board of a college. I've done a lot in this area. My minor in college was economics, and that was a long time ago. But there's a program that the Treasury has responsibility for, and that is, and it's designed to promote education in adults, economic education in adults. The basics of how to run their own home, don't overextend yourself, live within your means and things like that. And I think I can be of value to the state promoting something like that. We also have the 529 plan,
Right.
savings plans that will allow their children and grandchildren to go to college, and they can do it tax-free with the money that's in the 529 plan. My mother instilled in me at an early age that I was going to go to college, and that never wavered, and I did. And education is the thing that makes the biggest difference in a person's ability to support their family.
Financial literacy, a big part
Yes,
of
sir.
that job right there. I don't know this about you. I've known you for almost 2 decades here. Where did you grow up? Where's your hometown?
I was born in San Diego, California,
Okay.
a long time ago.
I'm not asking for years.
I grew my mother and father met in San Diego at the end of the war, and my mother was from Farmerville, Louisiana, and my father was from Sauk Center, Minnesota. So they decided, as they left California, why I don't know, they moved to Louisiana. So I grew up in a town called West Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. I've gotten lost there
Yeah.
before. So.
And through an unfortunate situation, I ended up between my junior and senior year in high school, I moved to Parkdale, Arkansas. So I claim Arkansas. Parkdale, Arkansas is where I'm from.
You're a child of the Delta there.
Yes, sir. I am a child of the Delta.
All right. Lastly, the state of Arkansas is in good financial shape, in part thanks to your stewardship as Department of Finance Administration. There's a budget surplus. There are good returns on investments in the state treasury right now, which is the new role that you will be able to see. How is Arkansas doing that well when all I read is about how terrible the national economy is and how terrible policies at the national level are, yet Arkansas seems to be this diamond in the rough?
Yeah, well, we have a history of living within our budget, and even though we had more money coming in, we're not spending that money. We want to have a rational budget, try to keep it at around 3%. So that has helped. So that's one of the things. But there's a lot of money that's been coming in from Washington, D.C. Through CARES, through the AARP plan, through the infrastructure bill that was passed recently that turns into commerce within the state. And we're talking billions of dollars. So this is money that we, the federal government, have borrowed, sending it to the states, that it get turned into tax revenue and other revenue that benefit the state of Arkansas. That's a big reason. And plus, Arkansas has very, very low unemployment. We're really, really blessed by the great companies we have in Arkansas. And so if somebody wants a job in Little Rock, Arkansas, or really anywhere in Arkansas, you can get a job.
Yeah. Well, you haven't had trouble finding one, so you're in good shape there. So
I've been
I
blessed.
appreciate all that you do, Larry.
Thank
you
you.
so much for making time. I appreciate our friendship and relationship over the years. You've always been a straight shooter on everything that I've ever asked for. I know you'll do the same in the treasurer's office as well. So
When I was in Louisiana, I was an Eagle Scout, so that helps. Thank you.
all right, good
Thank
to be
my
with
friend.
you.
Good to see
All
you.
right. We're back with more right after this.